record. So I know I just asked that question. I just wanted to say that before we get started with everything else, but just for the recording, like I always love to
Mhm.
ask that question of people of like, why you said yes to the business, what about it you are excited about, like what are you hoping to get out of it and that kind of thing. And so that those are just things that I love to ask,
Mhm.
helping
I'll,
people started,
I'll
but
be honest, I'm not sure what I expect to
Mhm.
get out of it. I'm really not. I mean, I guess short term, or maybe I guess even long term, just additional income, you know.
Yeah, that would be.
Um,
What would that help you
but
with?
well, gosh, everything. I mean, right now, Keith, my other half, is not working, so I'm working a lot of hours to kind of compensate for that, which I'm happy to do. I have, no issues doing that. But just to have a little bit of extra expendable income, I think it's just was kind of where my thought process was going.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like it's a product I can stand behind that I believe in,
Yeah.
and that's all of it right there.
Yeah. That's all you need to get
You
started.
know, yeah.
I love
So
that. But so what kind of like would the extra income kind of help you guys? Do you like want to travel more? Do you want to do some house renovations or
oh
less? Would it like help you like not have to work as much? Maybe eventually, maybe.
yeah, probably help me not
Yeah.
have to work as much. Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely all the above.
Mhm.
Working on the house, traveling is always a must do. You know, just time to have fun, money to have fun
To live life, yes.
with.
Uh,
Yeah.
that's always been my goal because I was that person too. Like I think I mentioned that to you, but like before Juice Plus, I had not kept a job longer than a year because I it's hard for me to be told what to do
Yeah.
or ask
Yeah.
time off. But I'm just a very free spirit. So
Yeah.
when I found you,
Yeah.
like it just yeah, all of it made sense, and it was just like this beautiful. Like they have the best of all the worlds. They even have a full Cadillac of medical benefits and college tuition
Mhm.
reimbursement for the family too. So it's so awesome. And holiday bonuses. It's great. But anywho,
Yay.
I want to share my screen with you and just show you a couple things on boards
Okay.
here. So, um, okay, can you see that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we have it's recording. Sorry, um that's funny, Stephen. Okay, so this is kind of what we use for pretty much everything you can think of is we have a team boards and it has pretty much every video you can think of, pictures, verbiage of how to share, like you name it, it is here. And I don't want you, I'm not saying all that to like overwhelm you. This is not for you to just go down that rabbit hole and spend all your time, watching videos and all the things, right? But just know, there are things here. I'll show you a few things that I love to use, right out of the gate.
Okay.
But we're mostly just going to go through the getting started folder today. But just know you will have access to all of this. But if you ever need anything, like I really just want you to lean on me, especially being new. I would rather you spend your time talking to people, making those connections, and sharing Juice Plus. And like,
Mhm.
if they have questions, if they have, if they're curious about specific information or research or disease topics, will this help with foot fungus? I don't know, like just like whatever it is. Like lean on me. Be like, Jessica, they asked me this. What do I say? Or you can send me
Okay.
shots, whatever you need. I don't know why I have a hair right here. It's bothering me. Um, Anyhow, that yeah, lean on me. You don't need to go and find the answer. You don't need to know it all to do this, is what I'm trying to say.
Mhm.
Honestly, the people that need to know it all, I feel like it'll slow you down, like I want to help you get into action and get going right away and have some
Okay.
right? Because that quick success is going to help you stick around and enjoy your journey even more. So that's the goal, right? But
Yep.
anyway, okay. So just right off the bat, some of the things that I use the most in here, and just know this is my team boards. Like I created a lot of this, so it may not be like super pretty and organized, but I do have our like greater team. So our team is Ignite. The
Hmm.
team above us, like above Carmen, you'll meet Carmen. I'll introduce you. We'll do a little like a little Zoom meet up with her or whatever too at some point. But I'll
Okay.
meet her on Voxer. But anyway, Carmen is Team Win, which you can see I have her boards over here too. I should put that.
Okay.
And then Campbell team is kind of above Carmen. That's the greater team under Wendy Campbell, Nurse Wendy Campbell. If you know her, she's like the nurse that has like a ton of energy and just
Okay.
70 something. But that she's the number one woman earner in our company too. So but you're a part of an
Wow.
amazing team. Yeah.
Wow.
So, but anywho, I have like upcoming events is I was just showing them that. I kind of try to keep this
Hmm.
updated, but I also post on Facebook and I send it through Voxer. I'll tell you about Voxer in a minute.
Okay.
That's an app where we will communicate and we'll have like a little coaching chat there. It's like a walkie-talkie app. It's amazing. So that way it's kind of quicker and easier to talk on there and you can hear it live time and it doesn't get lost in text. Like I don't want to like if you think of something at 2 a.m. you can message me. It's not going to bother me, and same for you. You just check it when you check it. I always warn people with Voxer though, make sure that your notifications are silent. Make sure you're still getting the notifications. You want
Hmm.
the notifications, but you want them silent because it's a really loud, like horn noise, and nobody needs that. But anywho, so anyway, I try to update this, but these are all virtual. Like first thing right out of the bat, like
Okay.
team call. This one was just last night, is that or tonight?
I
That's tonight.
think it's
Um,
tonight. Yeah.
yeah, thanks, Mary. You saw it.
I did.
Um, this I didn't send a lot. I mean, I don't send everything through. I sent that one. That one will be really good
Hmm.
tonight
I
too.
think that's tonight too. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to pick and choose.
Hmm.
But those are virtual. We have, I know you're in Georgia with me, but these are our Georgia. Oops, I've clicked on one. These are our Georgia events here.
Okay.
Me and Jennifer are doing two sourdoughs. We're doing a salad jar party on April 1st, and you are so welcome to plug into these just so you know, like anything
Hmm.
that we do, especially if I'm doing it, like you're always welcome to come and invite to it.
Okay.
Sourdough, I actually need to keep inviting to that and fill it up. So if you have people, if you know people, you
Okay.
um,
Sure.
and this is a big one. Make sure you have that on your calendar. That you do not want
Hmm.
to miss. Because not only is our CEO coming to town, like it's unheard of. He's coming to town, and this is my all-time favorite doctor that's speaking. It's Dr. David Phillips. So put that on your calendar. You won't want to miss it.
Okay.
Like bring as many people as you can to that. It's gonna be really special. And I'm actually introducing the speakers too. So
Cool.
have fun. We'll
All
probably go
right.
to lunch after too to celebrate. But did you have a question?
Okay. No, I'm
Okay.
good.
I thought I was interrupting you. And
Mm-mm.
we have team in New Jersey and California. You know, Leslie's in Jersey. So like if you have people in these areas, you can always invite them to these things too. But anyway, all that to say. And then pricing is just, there's not much in here, but I do like this pricing image. It obviously doesn't have the superfoods on there, but I do love this verbiage too, because like I like to be the one to explain pricing. So this is the verb, this is how I explain the pricing. It's a 4 month supply, because we talked about this, this, like
Hmm.
we get new blood cells every 4 months and all that jazz. But I send that verbiage along with a picture usually. And
Okay.
I ask them what they want to get started with, and I'm gonna make them a cart, right? That's what so you don't want to send carts or your website through social media right now. It's just for whatever reason it's got a little glitch and it's not connecting the dots. So I'm either text or email, but I'm
Hmm.
making people carts. That's what's working best. Um, and then we have like I know eventually like we'll do some events together and stuff, but all these are all the events that I've done over the years and I'm pretty, I like scripts and I like flyers and so I have pretty much everything that you could ever possibly need if you ever decided you wanted to do one of these yourself, not that you have to right away.
Okay.
anything, but I keep all of this stuff for anybody that ever wants to do it or
Okay.
vendor tables are easy. Anyway, that's there. Okay, sharing. I don't have a lot in here, but I do. This is my verbiage that I've used since I started. So I'll help you with your like, your first 10 people or so because you're new, but I'll help you with like how to share with them, what to say. Like you could tell me more about them, teacher, whatever they're doing. Maybe they have health challenges, but I'll help you with that. This is what I've used from the beginning. I've tweaked it and I love it, and I still use it to this day when I share with people. And if I'm in person, it's kind of sounds similar too, but it's like I'd love to share more information, about what I'm doing. I know you love the info. You always want to say why you thought of them, right? I thought of you because, right? So you mentioned, you have picky eaters or you never have any energy or whatever it is for them. Maybe they
Hmm.
have cancer, diabetes, whatever. You know, we found a really easy way to flood our bodies with over 30 different fruits and vegetables every day. It's backed by research. Kids eat free. And I try to share the information with people when I can to pay it forward, right? So I always want to say, if I would you, right? So I say, if I send
Hmm.
you some info here, would you watch it? You got to ask for permission because it
Right.
get awkward. Like if you just send a video and you didn't ask for permission. So I always say that, like, if I send you some info here, would you watch? Um, or even better yet, like I know we'll talk about that in a minute. We're going to do a Zoom event for you. That's what I do when I help new people get started. We'll do a one simple change event for you. And so you could say, if I invited you to my Zoom event Monday night, whenever we decide to do it, would you come? And
Hmm.
you'll get to hear from me. You'll get to hear my story. So it's kind of, your thing. It's heartfelt, and people will want to support you. So okay. That's it, really. That's like those are the only things that I use the most. Oh, there was one other
Hmm.
thing. So like FAQs and specific conditions, that's under the Campbell team boards, but I absolutely love this. This is probably what I use the most. Because everybody's asking, oh, will it help with outbursts? Will it help with them sleeping? Like honestly, I love to just
Hmm.
use the line like there is nothing that better nutrition won't help. You know what I mean? Like, especially if it's something random like foot fungus or, like there is nothing better nutrition won't help. And we all know that. But these are just like anything you can think of, we probably have some information on it. You know what I mean? So, like, whether
Hmm.
it's a doctor sharing knowledge about, and it's a lot of times it's not just about Juice Plus in here. It's about that full picture, right? The full, nutrition picture or other health lifestyle, but
Okay.
if it's not a doctor speaking on it, it could be like someone's story, their own personal experience. Uh,
Hmm.
but you name it, we probably have information about it. So just know that that is there for you. But,
Okay.
lean on me and I'll help you find these things too as you share. Okay, let me just go through the getting started now. I know I don't want to take too long with all that. Usually I don't talk about those things, but I think those are important too for people to know that they're there. And anyway, all right. So getting started. Step one, step two, step three. Three simple steps. I'm going to walk you through some stuff inside of the folder. A lot of stuff on this first one you've probably already done, so we may be able to just kind of fly right through it. You already logged into your back office, right?
I have. I haven't completely set it up yet, but I
Yeah,
gotta
that's
log. I gotta log in. So.
okay. No worries.
Hmm.
But yeah, I definitely do that because you'll want to make sure you put in your name. Well, your name's probably already in there, but your address, it will ask you for direct deposit information, your email.
Hmm.
They have to put your number in there, and that's in case like if the and your address, because if the company ever needs to mail you something like a gift or surprise or you know whatever. And you want to set up
Okay.
a direct deposit too, because you want to make sure that you're going to get paid. Um, we don't they if you don't set that up, you'll basically be like on an app hold where they don't know where to send a check or anything or how to pay you kind of thing. So just make sure you set that up. You can we have a landing page. So we have three different websites. We have the main website, which is juiceplus.com. We have
Hmm.
our own personal landing pages And we went through a, digital transformation recently. So like the landing page, I'll be honest, I don't use it that much. Um, because it doesn't look the same as the general website. I like the other one. I like the general one. Um,
Okay.
but I don't even send that one a lot. I don't. I like to share. My favorite way to share is the one simple change video. Like I mentioned, it's just 20-minute Zoom call. And I think that's probably how I shared with you too. But that's my favorite way to share because it explains like why eating more fruits and vegetables is so important. Um, like how it's made, the farmers and all that
Hmm.
kind of thing. They get to hear our stories. So that's my favorite way to share with people. And then I like to explain the pricing. I don't want them to go to the website and see it for themselves because they do have a glitch there. It's showing the full price right now instead of the monthly, and they're fixing it.
Yeah.
They know about it. But I just like to explain it to people myself because I know that can be a sensitive topic too. But so there's no disconnect, I explain that.
Right.
But anyway, those are basically the websites we have.
Okay.
Um, and then your back office. So juiceplus.com, your landing page, and then the back office. And we also have a hub, which you can access it through the back office too. And that has a lot of really great tools on there. So like I said, don't get bogged down with watching a lot of stuff, but just know if you ever want to go on there, there's trainings. They're quick trainings. It's not like college. You're not like going to college, but it's like really quick little tutorial things that show you, oh, the compensation plan, tell you about Tower Garden. You get to learn about how to build your business, how to grow your team, how to invite, little things here and there. If you ever want to look at that, that's a great resource. But anyway, these are the apps that you'll join. So I know I mentioned Voxer. So you'll
Hmm.
just download that and we'll find each other on there and I'll add you. We have a broadcast chat on there. And that's kind of where I send through a lot of the flyers that you see sometimes. I don't send them all through uh, text. Like, I don't send them that there. But they do go through Voxer. So they will all be there on the in Voxer in the broadcast chat is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So, so get that, and then we'll have a little coaching chat on there as well. And then we have, I think I mentioned the board. So if you'll download the
Hmm.
boards, it can be free for you if you just have the one board. So you can only have one boards at a time. If you have more than one boards, they charge you. So just get boards, just do my team boards and everything is in
Okay.
there. Okay.
Okay.
I think did I invite you to the team page already? Did I put you in there yet? I'll make sure you,
I don't think so.
okay, let me add you. And then I think you're already in the customer page. That's kind of where,
Yes.
yeah, we do a lot of added
I think
values.
so.
Let's see, Mary, add you in there. And then I know Cindy couldn't make it. I'll add you too, Cindy. I know you're going to watch the replay. Um, okay. So that's it for that step. Super simple, right? And then step two is just
Yep.
getting, oh, go ahead. Did you have a question?
Nope. We're good.
Yeah, just interrupt me anytime. I know it's a lot.
It is. Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
no worries. This is just getting organized. I'll just breeze through this because like these are things you can download this. It's a PDF if you want to use it. I think it's great. I think it's important to make a list, of all the people in your life and like just write their name down. Don't
Hmm.
even think about it, but just write the name down. Like if God puts them on your heart, right, they're there for a reason. So I usually say write those names down first and then go to your memory jogger and it'll help you think of even more people, right? Like your hairdresser or lawn guy,
Hmm.
like whoever.
Okay.
Um, but don't even think, oh, what they wouldn't want this because honestly, it'll surprise you. The people you think wouldn't do this are actually the people that will want it the most. It will surprise you. So just put their name down. We're going to share with them at least just to give them the information so they have it. And, we're going to just separate ourselves from the outcome, right? Where it's no expectations here. If they don't get it, that's okay. Like you're not going to lose friends over this, right?
Hmm.
We kind of teach you how to do this where it doesn't feel salesy, right? I know you were concerned.
Right.
I know. And so
Yeah.
That's really big for us here. We don't ever want to feel pushy. We're not in the business of convincing, right? We're in the business of helping people, of like we see a problem, we have a solution, right? So that's it. If we can invite them to your event, and if they can't come, we'll have a recording for them. And then 80% of it is really follow up too. We'll talk about that in a minute too. But this is great too. This is Dream Team. I love this. So it's like, think of those people that you love to be around, right? Like you want to be around them, you want to be in business with them, right? The people that make you smile, maybe somebody that is struggling financially that needs a second income source. Um, because right, this can be such a gift. You can literally, we're going to help you do this too, Mary, but you can make $800 right now in your first 10 days with this incentive that they have going on, the Strive for Five. So it's incredible. It's really exciting to be a part of that. But I mean, think of the people that could benefit from that, right? That can make or break a household sometimes. So I always think of those people first, but then, people that are into health and fitness too, or health and
Mm-hmm.
obviously those people are going to be very intrigued by this, like what we do here. And then this is going to be, so I'm going to give you three pieces of homework. Okay. This is going to be one.
Okay.
You're going to write out your story or type it, whatever you want to do. And then on Voxer, you can share it with me there and I
Mm-hmm.
can help you with it. We just want it just short and sweet, no longer than 2 minutes. Because people can't hear more than three things typically. So it was like the power of three. So we say like, think of the things that, and you may not even have things that you were trying to fix necessarily, but it could just be and you'll have to share your story with me too, because I know you were big into nutrition, but like for example, for me, it was like I wasn't looking to fix anything that I knew of, right? But I knew
Mm-hmm.
we did have a lot of aches and pains for being in our early 30s. I wasn't sleeping great, and we were those people that were just constantly sick, like colds and sinus infections. So that's kind of what I say, like the before or whatever, or maybe for you, it might be like maintenance. I knew like the more I could get into my body, the better it would function. So I don't know if you noticed anything. I don't even know if I ever asked you that, but like if you noticed anything after your Juice Plus, right? And then so that
Mm-hmm.
would be, anyway, that this is a great example of like
Okay.
what it would look like. And you can write out your business story if you like to, just like why you said yes to the business. You loved the community, you had a good feeling about it, whatever you want to say there. And then I love this worksheet. So this is important too because you need to know your why, right? Right, we know that it will get hard, right? This business is very simple, right? It's simple, right? We have a system. It's we share our story, we connect them to a resource, and we follow up. Wash, rinse, repeat over and over and over. And it can take upwards of 12 exposures for someone to like get it, right? So we just keep loving on them and say, "Oh, this made me think of you, this call or whatever. If I send it here, would you watch it?" So different exposures, inviting them to an event, salad jar, whatever, sourdough. But anyway, all that to say, like, it's simple, but it can be hard, right? It is relationships. It's relationship businesses. So like when you get a no, when you get your first few no's, Mary, it could be heavy, it could be hard. So, lean on me. Don't just, retreat. I know I did that. Like I remember my first few no's when I first started and how hard they were. And I like would get in the bed and I couldn't talk to anybody for a week, It was just like it makes you like, because it feels like it's a rejection. Like it feels like it's a no to you, but it's not a no to us. It's a no to
Mm-hmm.
themselves. And a no isn't a no forever. Like if you just don't give up, right? You just stay consistent here. You never give up. Sometimes people want to watch you and make sure this isn't just one of those things that you're doing again, that you're just, it's like, some people do that, but you just give them a good show. Eventually they always come around. I've had people watch me for 5 years. So, um, but I love this why, because, if you really ask, like, I love that you said, a little extra income, right? So like, this is a great worksheet for you because it'll ask you those questions 5 times, right? You ask yourself, okay, so why do I want that extra income? What would that do for my family? What would that give me? Okay, but Okay, maybe it gives you a little more time. But what would having more time give you? You know, you get ask that, but you go deep,
Mm-hmm.
really deep, and then you get to like the root of like your why of like, okay, maybe it's because, you feel like you're meant for more or you want to leave a legacy or whatever it is, and so it really helps you to find that why. So when it does get hard, you can remind yourself of it and you don't quit. Okay.
Okay.
Anywho, so that was your homework. That's it. It's just remind me, we'll schedule a three-way call with Carmen at some point, and then so we'll work on your story, you'll send it to me, and I can help you tweak it, and we'll, make it real powerful and short and sweet for you. Work on your list. That's your second piece, and I'm gonna help you with your top 10 people. Okay, so like
Okay.
use me on Voxer, and I'm going to help you. Like I said, like we're going to help you to not feel like you're a salesperson, right? We have verbiage, we have ways to help you. And like a lot of it too, we were talking about this on the team call tonight too, is like confidence, right? Like I think it was you, Leslie, that mentioned it, but it's like I think like a lot of us when we were first starting, we do lack a little bit of that confidence and that like who am I? Almost like that imposter syndrome, right? Like I'm not anyone special. What do I know? But I was telling Leslie, like, you don't need to know it all. You don't need to be the message. Okay. You don't need to be perfect. I would say like no perfect people allowed here, right? If you honestly, you cannot say the right thing to the wrong person, and you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, right? So if it's gonna work, if they're the person, it'll make sense to them. You know what I mean? You don't need to like stress yourself out about, oh, I need to make sure I say the right thing. You just do it. Just do it because whatever comes from your heart is what's right, right? And they'll feel that. But if you feel reserved and you feel like you're being salesy or you feel like, oh, they're not going to want to do this, they're going to feel that energy. And if you're worried about, oh, I feel like a salesperson, they're going to feel that energy too. They're going to feel sold too. You know what I mean? It's all like you kind of mirror it. But anyway, I'm sure there's more I could say here. Um, but anyway, so our goal for you is, your first 10 days, we want to help you to get to Partner Plus. Mary, do you remember when your last order shipped, by the way?
Mm, that's probably close to 4 months ago.
Okay. So yeah,
I
let's
think
check
it's
on that.
coming up.
If it's coming up, that's perfect timing. Yay, because that means that will count for you for your promotion. So, it's a quad, right? Fruit, veg, berry, omega, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
you don't have shakes, right?
I haven't ordered any shakes yet.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Um, so that's okay. So just to give you a quick idea, and I'll show you the earning part here, and I'm happy to go over this, but I don't want to overwhelm you. Just know I'll show you the basics. Okay, so I'll just open this. Your first step is called Partner Plus, and that is just the equivalent of 900 points. Okay, everything's point based. So I'll show you the points in a minute. But so you are here. You start here. Everybody right out of the gate makes 10%, right? Right out of the gate on everything, on all their orders
Mm-hmm.
that's going to ship soon. You're going to make 10% back on that, which is great. And then once you get to Partner Plus, not only if you do it in your first 10 days, you'll get the $100 bonus. Okay. If you do it in 30 days, you get $50 bonus. Understand? And then once you get to that promotion, it's great because you're giving yourself a 5% commission bonus, a raise here. So instead of just 10%, you're making 15% on all orders. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the next step is qualifying sales coordinator. So if you do that in 30 days, you make a $400 bonus. And I've seen people do that in a weekend. So I know it can happen. Um, gosh, Jennifer, both her and her sister hit QSC in the same month. So that was fun. But 30 days is 400, 300 is, sorry, say that again. If you do it in 30 days, you get a $400 bonus. If you do it in 60 days, you get the $300 bonus. So say it. That probably makes more sense. And then once you hit that, you have, you're giving yourself another raise. You get a bonus and a raise. So now you're making 20% commissions on all,
Mm-hmm.
which it really does add up. So I try to encourage people like get to sales coordinator as fast as possible so that you're not leaving any money on the table, okay? Because whatever that difference, this is maxing out. Once you're at the sales coordinator position, you're making 25% on all orders. And until you get to that point, you're leaving money on the table, right? So somebody is making that difference in the percent in that commissions. So like for example, until you get there, I'm making the difference, right? Like I'm making the 10% difference here, right? Until you get to Partner Plus or QSE. Does that make sense? So like we try to help people understand, like help you
Mhm.
get to that the top of the compensation plan as fast as possible. So that you're not, you're making that money. Anyway, I love this wheel. You can look over this if you'd like, but just gives you an idea. So Partner Plus is basically, like I said, 900 points. You only need three trio orders, right? A trio order is worth 300 points. So I love like the power of three again, right? It's like that's why there's three here. There's three steps. But just three trio orders is all you need to
Mhm.
hit that first step. And just know it'll look different, right, for everybody. I know you have a quad. So just know two quads and a shake order is also 900 points. It's just a little over. So just to give you an idea, I don't know if you're boyfriend, I think boyfriend, right? Or fiance.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't know if he wants to order to support you, but if he ordered a quad along with your shipping and you got a shake order or illuminate order or superfood, whatever you want to do, that would basically be your promotion. Like that's why I love
Okay.
that how easy this one is. It's like we call it like a family plan because a lot of times families order and they end up hitting it. And so I always tell people like it really does make sense financially for everyone to be their own customer, if that makes sense. Because
Mhm.
sometimes it's a family ordering. But anyway, I won't go into all of that, but here I'll just show you. I'll go back. There we go. This is a great cheat sheet too. If you can just save it on your phone if you want. I look at it often. I'll just zoom in so you get the idea. But this is the price and earnings guide. It's the fruit veggie berry. This is how much they're paying over the whole 4 months.
Mhm.
This is the monthly installment. This is the points. Product volume is points. So that's a trio. I know we talked about a trio is 300 points. That's what you're making right out of the gate with just a trio. You're making $30. And then once you hit Partner Plus, it's 45. And then on that one trio order QSE, you're making 70, and then you're making 75 at the sales coordinator position on every order, which at that point you have at least, you know, 50 customers. I don't know. I forget. It's like 24. You may have team under you that has their own, but it's around 25 customers is what it takes to get to a qualified business. So, um, but yeah, you can look over that if you ever need it to like, if you're working on a promotion, that's great, helpful cheat sheet to know what else you need. And then so yeah, then the next step is just putting an event on the calendar for you. So you tell me what works for you. Like I said, we usually do just a one simple change, 20-minute Zoom call. I'll get on with you and I'll do everything for you. So I'll do the talking, I'll do all the slides, and
Mhm.
I'll share my story and I'll let you share your story if you like to. It's like we said, 2 minutes and short and sweet. That way, the people that you're inviting, they want to come and support you. They want to hear from you too and hear your story. And you'll have a recording too to share with people that, as you continue your journey sharing and if they can't make it. But this is great if you want to track your promotions too. You can write down, the orders you get as you go, and then we get to celebrate you, and that's the fun part. So you're so funny. So anyway, I know that was a
I'm
lot.
kind of I'm kind of wondering, wow, what did I get into?
Oh, God. You're so funny. Do you have
I'll
questions?
be honest.
Oh no. Well, that's
um,
it. I know that was a lot of information. So I just wanted to be thorough because I know I'm recording it too. So
that's
just, yeah,
fine.
I'll stop sharing my screen. But take from that, what you will. I know it's a lot of information. What questions do you have?
I'm not even sure.
Okay, I know it's a lot.
I'm not
Thank
even
you for
sure
being
right
my
now.
guinea pig tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a little overwhelmed, I'll be honest.
Okay, that's okay.
Like
No,
this will definitely be stepping out of my comfort zone.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's okay. And that's
So,
like they say, that's where we grow, right? So do whatever you feel like. I know we're pushing you out of your comfort zone, but you tell me, when you're ready to take a step, there's no
mhm.
pressure, right? There's no, expectations here. There's no minimums, there's no quotas, right? So it's whatever you want to do,
Yeah.
whatever you
Mhm.
want out of this. Um, you tell me, whenever you're ready to dance or take a step, I'll be right there with you. So,
All right.
yeah. So I'm assuming you're not ready for a Zoom event, right?
Um, I'm not, probably not.
That's okay. That's okay.
Mm,
Let's
mm-mm,
just focus on one thing at a time for you first.
mhm,
Okay. So and I know, like, I really do feel like this business and this company, it's really like it is a personal development track, cleverly disguised as a business, right? You heard that at the conference wrap up too, I'm sure.
mhm,
But it's like, it does push you. Like I know I mentioned Carmen's story where she wouldn't even call for pizza. She made,
mhm,
right? So like if there's a will, there's a way, right? So you just
mhm,
gotta figure out if it is something that you want. If you have a desire for it, we can show you how to get there, and step by step, in a year, in 5 years, you'll look back and you'll be a totally different person, and you might be very proud of yourself,
mhm,
for doing what you've done and helping so many people. That's the thing. Like I always think, like, think of the people, think of the lives that we get to change here, right? Just for us being
mhm,
brave and bold and stepping outside of our comfort zone, and sharing even though we're scared, right? Like just having the courage to have that hard conversation, right? Because I think that's the beautiful piece too. Like I have so many people coming to me saying, "Wow, thank you for not giving up on me. Like this has changed my life, not only for
mhm.
their health, but for, the business, right?" Like there was something else I was going to say. It'll come to me, but anyway, does that make sense? So
Uh-huh.
yeah,
It
so
does.
you tell me what you want to do, and I'm here for you. So, yeah.
Okay.
All right, girly.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you. I know that this was about an hour, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, about.